Hey there, welcome to the channel. I'm Billy, and this is the Fatip Piccolo Storto open comb slant razor. I'm loading it with an Astra Superior Platinum blade. It's a fresh blade, and this is going to be a benchmark shave. In each benchmark shave, I change just one thing from the standard. I find that changing just one thing makes it easier to make the comparisons. So in this case, I'm sticking with the Astra Superior Platinum blade. I will be using a canned shaving gel, Nivea Men anti-irritation gel, and I was wetting my face there with just filtered water. Originally, I was going to do this as a soap test as part of the benchmarking, but at the last minute, I decided to make it a razor test. Anyway, the reason for the filtered water is that I find it lathers soaps better. I don't know if it'll have any effect on this canned product, but I doubt it'll hurt. Now, I've shaved with this razor before. I've had one really good shave, one so-so shave, and one bad shave. So it seems like you really got to be on your game with this one. So I'm being pretty careful with this, especially since I have a little irritation on my neck, right about where I am, right there on both sides. So I'm trying to use as light a touch as possible. I'm trying very hard to resist the urge to buff, which I tend to do too much. So far, it feels pretty good. Shaving with this is not too different from shaving with, to me, it feels very much like the Merkur 34C, which is the standard razor that I use for my benchmark shaves, or benchmark test shaves, I should say. There's a little bit of blade feel. It might be a little bit more blade feel than the 34C, but not much. And for the most part, it feels the same. And it actually can be very efficient. And the one shave I mentioned that was really good, I was able to do that in 1.5 pass and get results maybe even a little better than I usually get with the 34C. But the twist in the blade makes this thing, I don't want to say difficult or even risky. It's not risky. And I don't get irritation from it. But if you make a wrong move, like if you slide to the side just a little or change angles the wrong way, it will cut you. At least it has to me. But otherwise, I actually really like the way this shaves. And also, I mean, it's just a cool razor. I really want to use this thing, and the potential it has to cut down the number of passes I have to make. If I can reduce by even a half pass, that's worth it. Just in terms of reducing potential for irritation. I mean, this is why I only do 2-pass shaves right now, because I find a 3rd pass almost more than half the time. A 3-pass shave ends up giving me some irritation for the day. Well, I don't really get bumps or ingrown hairs much. Not with a safety razor. I did all the time with cartridge razors or disposables. Like I said, I really actually kind of like this shaving foam, this Nivea Men anti-irritation gel. It feels good. It's got plenty of slickness, plenty of protection. It's relatively inexpensive, And, it just performs well. And it smells kind of generic. But, when you're in a hurry, something like this is not bad, at least in my opinion. Now, this, on this first pass of my shave, I generally go with the grain or somewhat across the grain. I'll do a little bit of against the grain in spots where I know I'm not prone to irritation. Like right here, I rarely have a problem in this zone, right under my chin. With irritation, I mean. And I don't even really cut myself here very often. Which is good because it's probably one of the more difficult areas to shave just because of the curve. Going around the curve of your jaw like that, it's you got to have good control of the angle. Now, one thing I notice is like I said earlier, you really do have to be on your game with this razor. Oh, there we go. See, I don't even know what I did. I sort of thought something at the moment. I remember thinking that could end up being a cut. I don't remember exactly what it is that I did, but I feel like there was just something about it. It's like I hit the angle just a little bit wrong, or maybe changed direction or something. I was going at an angle across my neck at that point, and maybe I don't have the best control over that. Now, in terms of audio feedback from this razor, it can be very good. But right now, notice there was very little. I should have paid attention to that. Right, listen to that. That sound is not really exaggerated in the video here. It can be very loud with this razor. I don't know if that's because it's brass or it's just the combination of this razor and this blade. I don't know. It's when you don't hear anything that you have to pay attention. Like I wasn't really paying as much attention to as I should have been. Now, if you see me in some areas seem to go really slow, it's not because I'm scared of the. Well, I mean, it's not. Well, okay, maybe I am a little scared of the razor, but what I was going to say is it's not because the blade is dragging or anything. It's because in some areas I just feel the need to go slower with this razor just so I don't end up cutting myself. So I think this is my third or fourth shave with. I think it's my fourth shave with this razor. And at that point, I remember thinking, okay, there's a little bit more stubble right here. I'll catch it in the second pass. Oh, sorry. I already did the second pass. I lost track of where I was. See, listen, there's so much more feedback right now. So earlier on that cheek, when I didn't hear anything, that should have been the signal. You're not cutting anything. The end result was really good. Okay, putting on the alum now. That's an Omega alum stick. Everything up here is feeling pretty good. There might have been a little tingling, but no stinging up there. Yeah, that's where I just pointed. That's where I was feeling the stinging, obviously, because that's where I cut myself. I'm not, okay, I'll just admit it. I think this razor is cool, and I want to be able to shave with it. Would I recommend it to someone? Only if they also think it's cool and they're not a brand new shaver, or not a brand new safety razor shaver, I should say. Because while it seems pretty easy to use, it's it can get you if you're not paying attention. I'm surprised that I don't get any irritation from this. I mean, I'm glad about that because I'm prone to irritation. Okay, so that in that bottle is just a Stirling Witch Hazel Aloe that has Vetiver in it, and then to which I've added a little bit of tea tree oil. So overall, that usually leaves my face feeling pretty good. Sometime after this, I put on a balm. Oh, by the way, this is early in the morning on Friday. You can see how not happy I am to be going to work. Anyway, that's the shave. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're an experienced safety razor shaver and you're interested in slants, give this one a try. Thanks a lot, and bye-bye.